Good morning, everyone. This is Ariel, and welcome to my journeys. So, in some cases, I had to combine 2 days into one, and this is one of them. I think I already missed the election one, and then the other one was I was with my friends. We were doing speed networking, and then I just came back home at 12 a.m. I was really exhausted already at this point, so I got to combine both of them. So let me just talk about what happened with each one of them. I'm also going to talk about what my campaigns has been performing so far. The election was. Let's start with the election. So the election was pretty. I mean, I was just eating popcorn. I knew who was gonna win. I already knew who was gonna win. Um, and and I really do believe he's gonna make some good changes. So we'll see how he's gonna be diplomatic with Ukraine and Russia, also with Israel, Iran, and hopefully there's gonna be no war ceasefire within the next 90 days. So um, and maybe even the one-to-one consent. Who knows? Who knows? So, yeah, I stayed up till like 2 a.m. in the morning, just like refreshing my screen, like wildfire, like, and I was like listening to Steven Crowder, like he's a commentator. So while I was like watching the news, and then just I was also listening to like people just like, oh my God, this is the state. Kamal's gonna win this. She got this many votes and stuff like that. So, and honestly, in my opinion, like Kamala Harris didn't really have enough time. Like she just got in on July, and she has to like try to make up all her votes. I mean, it's still pretty impressive how she was able to get like 16, like what is it, 79, six. I think it's around like she was like pretty close, like maybe around like 4 million in the margin, but like she was able to get that much votes in such a quick span of a time. So, so that's the election. The next thing I want, and then the next thing I want to talk about is the speed networking. So yes, yeah, yesterday I was with me. It was Andrew Chung from A Teamwork, John over at Metadata Links, and then we were just like talking about like what to prepare for Q1 2025 and stuff like that. Yeah, and I did mention to them I wanted to go to Miami because I want to be around with successful people. I want to surround myself with people who are already successful, and I want them to help, and by being there, I want them to help me grow to where I am, because I'm I'm just like, it's like that one missing puzzle piece I just need to get fulfilled in my life. So I just need to work. So that's why I'm going to Miami. It's not really a one way ticket. It is a one way ticket, but because it's gonna be for the whole month of January, and then February I'm gonna go straight to Affiliate Summit West. So I'm going straight there, and then after Affiliate Summit West, I'm going back to New York City. So that's pretty, and then yeah, that's my pretty much fit for my plan for why I'm going into Miami. So and a lot of affiliates, a lot of like affiliates are in Miami, so I'm looking forward to like meet up with a lot of people there. The next thing I want to focus on is I think this is where people would like to listen to the media buys. So let's talk about ACA push notifications. Right, I think because right now I broke even. I probably I broke even last night. Like I just saw, like I made like $6, and then it went down to like -$3. I'm like, bro. And I think the problem is that this sometimes these DSP platforms, they like, it's like, when you pour a cup of water, and then they just accidentally pour a little bit more, kind of like that. Like I told him my limit is $100, and then they tip it a little bit more, and then here I am spending $130 instead of $100. So usually I like to keep my budget like strict as far as possible. So the biggest this campaign can actually work. I see its potential. Like it's I've been taking the calls. Like let's say calls are coming in, like, and then and as long as the conversion rate is at least like 20%, my RPC is around like at least $9 and above, I will be able to back this out. It's just that one, I the data is still I'm still having a hard time trying to collect the data. I have the number pool, so I see phone numbers on the system. I see phone numbers on the system that's showing all my sub IDs, sub parameters, and then there's like numbers where it's not showing it at all. I'm like, come on, guys, what is this? I needed that. I truly, really needed that because that's how I really can see which works and stuff like that. So at this point, I mean, I still have Microsoft Clarity. I still have Hotjar, but those tools really don't. I mean, at this point, I mean, it's still there to record a session, but I really need the goddamn data popping up into Ringba. So, and I'm trying to think of a strategy. Okay, what if I just set up? What if I just get the conversion on the phone button click? So what if I just focus on that, and then this way it shows up on my red track instead? So that's just the only thing that's like preventing me from optimizing this campaign. So I mean, I can see, but I can see the pattern of what referral domains are working. Like I know what works in this one is definitely co-reg, like Price Stash, American Sweeps. You know, any offers from Fluent, any offers from What If Media, Diablo, what is it? Rate Special, RXMG, all those companies that owns those co-reg sites, they freaking work. So you just gotta filter out the Medicaid people and stuff like that. But like yeah, but I can't really do this IVR setup where I could spread it where it's like, hey, you have Medicaid, Medicare, it goes to number 2, and then I monetize on this qualified Medicare. If you press 3 for veteran coverage, it monetizes on the SSDI or final expense. Press 4, monetize on auto insurance. That one's already working for me on ACA SMS. I just need to get it to working when I run the actual ads. So now, but yes, now people have been telling me why haven't I been using Facebook, or like why not just use Google? Why not just use Facebook? And the real answer is I'm really used to running native. Like if you I went in the past, that's where when I first started media buy. I didn't start out with learning Google or Facebook. I started out with learning like push ground, propeller ads. I started learning how to use pop ads, pop cache, and rich ads. So all these traffic sources are considered like DSPs, SSPs, contextual, where the data goes to an exchange, and then exchange it finds a list of all these suppliers, and then just ping them back to me like this is the real RTV. The RTV, this is like everyone knows paper call RTV. What if I told you there's RTB for buying traffic? So that's where I originally came from. So that's why I'm like very used to programmatic advertising and stuff like that. So and Facebook, I'm still learning it. It's like, you know, I'm like a pro in when it comes to pay per call, when running operations, technical, and then here I am like struggling with Facebook. I would say I am like still learning like what do I need to do to crack it? Like what's the and stuff like that. I know how to create the campaign. I know how to set up the targeting, the categories. I just run broad. Like, you know, I just read Ian Fernandez's book. Just run broad, baby. And you know, they just let the pixel do its thing. So it's you know, and I'm like, and for me, I'm like, do I trust the pixel? Like that's what really where I am. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna be chatting, just run the pixel and see if it works. You know. So like I'm very used to doing it manually. So like manually, I'll look at I'll look at the red track, and then I'll see, okay, I see placement is this performing. I see the website IDs doing this. I'm very used to that. So I'm still getting used to figuring it out with Facebook. But once I figure out once I crack Facebook, once I figure out the whole workflow process like that, then it's gonna be like, okay, I can get this one complete. I can get this one. I can see what, and so I'm still learning on cracking Facebook. Same with and then yeah, and so I'm focusing on Facebook. I'm focusing on Newsbreak, and then push notifications. Like I'm doing a small test on ACA so far. So, and I know that ACA there's a lot of calls that get disconnected. The way how I remonetize those calls is I send them I would just immediately send out a text message. And let me tell you guys, if you want to be compliant, with running text messages, especially when inbound calls where there's no opt-ins. You need to be transactional. I mentioned this on the unique Slack. You need to be transactional, and so and not mention anything promotional or marketing. So for example, if for example, what I mean by that, let's say you're running an ACA campaign, and a violation of like something that's not opt-in would be something like this. It would be like, um hey, get 30% off on your AC on health insurance, or did you want to claim your $6,400 subsidy? Call this number right away. That's considered marketing. Transactional will be like, hey, this is Rebecca. Hey, this is Rebecca. I missed your call. I missed your call 5 minutes ago. Can you just give me a call back quick and then to go over your health application? That's considered transactional. And if you think about it realistically, when you call a phone number, like let's say it's random, like you're calling a doctor, and then the call you just disconnected the call. The doctor does have the right to call you back because it's considered business relations. You establish business relationship in terms of law. You just can't spam the fuck out of them. You can only do it like one time. So the same approach applies here. So if you want to monetize those calls that get disconnected, like let's say for auto, let's say for health insurance, just send like a one text message. Hey, your call got disconnected. Can you give me a call? Give me a call back quick so we can go over your auto policy? Boom. So and that's it. So right now I got this Palo Santo. Is it even burning? Oh, come on, it's not even burning. Crazy. And then over here is my Pachacuti Mesa. So I've been practicing my spiritual healing. This is the Peruvian. I also got this money here. I want to show you. This goddamn money. I haven't done anything with it yet. I just bought like, I don't know, 30 grand of prop money. So, or even more. I don't know. Okay. But anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Um, I'm looking forward to today. I woke up pretty early, which is great. I still want to wake up early. I want to keep a habit of waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. So, and that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. Tune in for the next media buying journey so far. All right. Bye bye.